Are you living the life of your dreams? Such a powerful question, and I'm excited in today's episode to give you some really good information on first making a decision and then some simple steps to change your perspective and make it possible to very easily live the life of your dreams starting today. When we're talking about living the life of your dreams, I found for some people that takes them way off into Never Land, and they just can't even wrap their mind around it. In today's episode, we're going to take a very focused look at three ways that you can very specifically live the life of your dreams starting today. The first one is just identifying this idea of, where am I stuck? Sometimes we get held up in good, and that keeps us from wanting to get to great. The second thing is trying to identify what things in our life we've put to this magical place called Someday Island. Someday Island, which is in the future, which never happens, which keeps us from living the life of our dreams. And then the third is getting our mind opened to a well-rounded way of living the life of our dreams. We're going to talk about three specific areas within this one that will really help you get focused and start living the life of your dreams today. So living the life of your dreams, that sounds like such a grandiose idea, right? Oh, I love to live the life of my dreams, but I'm too busy living the life that's in front of me right now. And I know as I've worked on myself a ton the last decade, really trying to achieve the life of my dreams, and as I've been working with lots of individuals, I can tell you a lot of times we get stuck in just being good. And sometimes in just being good, it holds us back from getting to that place of the life of our dreams. And what do I mean by getting stuck to good? Well, I don't know. Let's say I look in the mirror and say, I could get in a little bit better shape. I know I could eat better. I know I can maybe exercise. I know I can maybe drink a little bit more water. But you know what? I'm good, right? Or how many times in the work that we're doing can we say, if I put in an extra hour here, if I did this extra training, these little things, but you know what? I'm just good. Maybe as a parent, I should really take some extra time and spend with the kids, or I should, do something out of the ordinary. These great ideas, but we just get stuck in, I'm good. And I know the one thing that I've seen is a lot of times is we get so stuck in being good that we stop reaching out for that life of our dreams. We start trying to do anything different. We start trying to do more because we're just good. And sometimes that good can just get us stuck. So what are we going to do about that? It's interesting because when we talk about this, what are you going to do about it? There are two ways to look at this. The first one is a little bit of a perspective change on, okay, I'm not excited to make these changes because I'm just good, but what if I'm not just good? What if right now I'm already living the life of my dreams? What if right now I'm already on my way to greatness, right? And that perspective, it's taking a look and saying, what in my life right now am I looking past that if I brought some focus on would help me live the life of my dreams right now? The relationships that I already have in my life, the work that I'm already doing, the body that I already have. Because if I take that perspective and I get energized and excited for the life that I'm currently living, it's going to create some energy, it's going to create some fire inside of me that's going to make it possible for me to get out of where I've been feeling stuck, and start reaching for that greatness. Start doing some things different. When we're looking at what's holding us back, two things I hear quite often are time and money. And it's really interesting because on the time side, we all have the same amount of time in the day. And we look around and we look at the outside of people that we might say are living the life of our dreams. They're doing the things we want to do. How do they have the time for it and you don't? And then on the money side, right? I don't have enough money to invest in myself to do this thing that's going to take me where I want to go. And this goes back to everything we talk about on self-limiting beliefs. And that is, there's always enough time, there's always enough money. We just have to make the decision inside. And so that's the first thing about living the life of your dreams. It's just making a decision that right now, today, one, I'm happy with exactly where I'm at, exactly everything I have in my life. And two, that's where I'm going, making that decision. And here's a little story or something to think about if you're questioning this whole idea of there's always enough time and there's always enough money. When we think about time, it's interesting when you go on vacation, and I don't know where you like to go on vacation. I really like Disneyland. I talk about that a lot. I love Disneyland, the place of imagination. When I know I'm going to Disneyland, the week before I go, I get a lot done. And the morning that I'm going to leave, if I'm catching an early flight, I don't have to worry about the alarm clock. I get up excited. I'm in a high vibration. I'm in a really good state of mind because guess what? I'm going on vacation, right? I'm going to Disneyland. For you, maybe you're going to the beach. Maybe you're going to the cabin. But when you go on vacation, that morning of, you don't think about the snooze button. You bounce out of bed. You're excited for the day. You're excited to go do that thing. Whatever needed to be done before, you took care of it. You put in some extra time. You maybe worked a little smarter, a little faster. And so when we're trying to create the life of our dreams, it's like, what if I could create an idea in my mind? Just something I think about, an idea I hold that makes every day feel like I'm going to Disneyland. That's possible for you, right? Right now, if you're not feeling that way, if you don't feel you're living the life of your dream, if you're not feeling excited, if you don't jump out of bed ready for the day, haven't found your Disneyland. You haven't found that thing that's exciting you. You haven't that thing that's going to help you get out of bed. So in the next segment, we're going to talk about that. How can I really get focused on maybe that one thing that's going to get me excited? And the other thing, I'm going to go back to what I was talking about earlier, is as I'm getting excited to go to Disneyland, or as I'm getting excited for this new thing, at the same time, to keep myself feeling positive, being really happy where I am right now, right? Living the life of my dreams starts right now. As you're watching this video, you get to decide, are you living the life of your dreams? And the journey to get to your dream is part of this amazing life, so be happy to be here right now. I remember hearing years ago that a string of happy thoughts creates a happy life. And so right now, we get to choose in this moment to be happy. We get to choose in this moment to be living the life of our dreams right now. All right, before I get to my last piece, the 3 areas of focus are going to help you create the life of your dreams. I'm going to ask you to hit the subscribe button. If you like what we're talking about, if this is getting you excited, click subscribe and follow. We're putting good content. I'm a member of the National Speakers Association here at the Mountain West chapter. Great people. If you're an aspiring speaker and want to get around good people, get good ideas, click the link, subscribe below, and check out Join In. It's a great membership, great organization. Okay, so I promised we were going to talk about 3 things, 3 areas of your life to live the life of your dreams. And I came to this after just years of personal experience and years of working with and watching other people, right? If we're trying to live the life of our dreams, if I just focus on money, I don't know about you, but have you seen a lot of rich people that are sick and lonely? I have, right? You can get out of balance. So for me, life is all about balance. So the 3 things, the 3 areas, the little trifecta I'm going to call it, are finance, health and wellness, and relationships. And if I'm trying to create the life of my dreams, I focus on those 3 areas, I'm going to create a lot of happiness right now because I'm working on all 3 areas. And it's interesting because once we identify what we want in those 3 areas, we can just be working on one of them, but because we've identified it in our mind, because we've connected the dots, we start to improve in all 3 areas. So think about those 3 areas, your finances, where they would need to be for you to be living the life of your dreams, your health and wellness, and then your relationships. And then as you're thinking of those things, I want you to think of this concept of Someday Island. In those 3 areas, what have you put out there on Someday Island? You know, someday I'd like to be in really good shape. Someday I'd like to take the kids on vacation. Someday I'd like to do this. And the best way to take someday to today is to identify it and then to make it a goal. And I know everybody, it seems like we've all done way too many goal setting exercises, right? I don't like to set goals. Well, one reason we don't like to set goals is a lot of us give up and don't achieve them, right? And if we're going to be on this path of living the life of our dreams, we have to really get focused on these 3 areas that I'm talking about. And then what is it you really want? And make it a goal. Make it a written goal. If you like what we're talking about today on this video and you really are interested in discovering how do I live the life of my dreams today, click the link below. You'll get the free guide I've put together, What Holds You Back. And in this, you'll get some good information, some good ideas. And as always, it'll help you enjoy the ride. Thank you for tuning in.